Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama is the location for stop number 21 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 22. As we are set for 29 laps of action and the running of the DieHard 500, the last plate race of the season, the last of the four, I should say. As we are set for some, as we're guaranteed for all-out fast racing and excitement, and that's what Talladega is usually all about in this series. So let's get started for this running event. On the pole in the number 7 Geico Chevrolet. In fact, it's a pair of Geico cars in the front row. The blue Geico car, the Chevy is Zach Winkle, has the inside on the pole at 190 miles per hour. He's won here at Talladega before, as a matter of fact. He'll be alongside car number 4, William Brock, the Coca-Cola 600 champion, and number 4 Geico Ford. Second row, Ashlyn Boyd in the number 18 MB&H Chevrolet Pontiac, and alongside of him will be Trey Wright in 34, the Gould's Pump Chevy. Third row has Aiden Shepard, who finished second in the last plate race in the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, and Dylan Young, who won, and alongside of him will be number 5 Ryan Brommer in a GMAC Chevy. Fourth row has Robbie Frazier, number 1 in the Yellow Transportation Dodge, and number 2 Dylan Young in the AC Delco Chevy. He won the season at New Hampshire. Fifth row has Rob Evanson, number 8, the Bass Pro Shop Chevy, and two-time winner Jessica Shelton in the Arby's Ford, car number 17. She won at North Wilkesboro and Riverside. She also has one of her in-car cameras in today's event. Sixth row will have Simon Bloomfield, number 10, the Nesquik Chevy, and number 12, Verizon Wireless Chevy of Mitchell Collins, I should say. He's usually good on the plate tracks. We'll see what happens here today. Next row down has Diego Yepes in 63, the Lysol Pontiac, and number 66, Elijah Gordon in the Duraflame Dodge. Next row down has the winner at Auto Club, Jay Jefferson in the Navy Chevrolet car number 88, and two-time winner this season, Jesse Turner in 27. He won at Martinsville in the last race on the tour at Pocono. Next row down has Chris Dollerton in 23, and the Stacker 2 Chevy. He won at Texas this season. And Sonoma winner Joshua Carr in the Auto Value Bumper to Bumper Toyota. Next row down, Levi McIntyre in 60, the Aflac Ford, the winner of the season at Richmond. And beside him will be Sky Cummins in number 62, the South Point Hotel and Casino Chevy. Next row down has 87 Dion Moon in the Bell Ability Chevrolet. And going for the Talladega sweep, Jean Sanford, number 21, the Reese's Chevrolet. That was where her only win of the season came at, was at right here at Talladega in the Winston 500. Next row down has Cole Deaver in number 3 AC Delco Chevrolet, a 1999 Monte Carlo his campaign in this race. And Sprint PCS Dodge car number 4 Pontiac number 45, Sprint PCS Chevy car 45 of Mike Becker starts alongside. Next row down, Nathan Hudson, number 38, the Great Clips Toyota, and beside him will be Benny Watson, who won at Rockingham in the number 99 Aaron Street Machine Toyota. Next row down, Matt McIntyre in 37, the Timberwolf Pontiac, and another Pontiac, Carter Friesen in the 36 Stanley Tools Machine. Next row down, Johnny Gardner, number 22, the Discount Tire Dodge, and Zachary Fitzwater, number 39, Mobile 1 Dodge. Next row down has number 89, the Racing for Jesus Chevy of Quentin Moore, and Vince Almarego, who won the last time he was on the plate race, on the plate track, the Pepsi 400 Daytona. He won that event. Next row down has our other two in-car cameras, Charles Sanford, who won the first Pocono race of the season at number 29. He'll be alongside three-time winner of the season, Kyle Matthews in the Net Zero Chevrolet, car number 24. And Kyle has our third in-car camera this season. Kyle also the points leader coming into this event. Next row down has Joshua Osborne in the Jimmy John Chevy car 33, and beside him will be Cat Batson in the Track Gear Ford number 9. Next row down has Benjamin Miles in car number 14, the Navy Chevrolet, who won at Darlington this season, and James Henry in car 74, the Phenolube Chevy. Next row down is Eli Bright in 15, the Oakwood Home Chevy, and Keith Batson in car 32, the White Rain Ford, coming from all the way back in 40th. And starting shotgun field will be Henry Sanford in car 57, the Mountain Dew Chevrolet. So, here comes the command to fire the engines as we get set for the DieHard 500 at Talladega Superspeedway.
3, 2, 1, gentlemen, start your engines. 4, 5,
Back at Talladega Super Speedway as we're getting set for 29 laps of action on this race, on this here at the DieHard 500. Pace car looks up on the pit road. A pair of Geico cars have the front row for this event here today. Zach Winkle on the pole, and alongside William Brock. Start-finish line will be right about here. This was Daytona, but it's not at Talladega. It's the exit of pit. It's at the exit of pit road, and it's created for many a great finish over the times we've done this race here. This racetrack as the green flag flies, and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Coming down the backstretch here, Aiden Shepard to the low side as he makes it 3 wide as he's running behind Zach Winkle's car. So go down through turns number 3 and 4. Field fanning out as they come down to the start-finish line here, and it's going to be Zach Winkle leading the first lap, Aiden Shepard second, Bobby Frazier third, and battle for fourth between Ashlyn Boyd and Rob Evans, and here comes Simon Bloomfield to the low side in the 10 car. Quite a few surprises qualifying up in the top half of this field. Some of the guys you would normally expect to see up in the front there, well, they were qualified about mid to the back of the pack, so first lap tied at 165 miles per hour, but not the pace you'll see all day long because they'll be a whole lot faster this time by. 4 wide racing here. McIntyre, Dollerton, Evans, and Dylan Young. And so far, Zach Winkle in the 7 car has not been passed yet today as they go into turn number 1, and Winkle's second lap tied at 192.964. So, and we got a problem with the 38 car, Nathan Hudson. Nathan Hudson, the 38 car, he drops to the apron on the track, and apparently a problem with the 38 Great Clips machine, as he's and also something the matter with Matt McIntyre's car. So Matt McIntyre's apparently had a failure on somewhere on the first lap of the race, or before the first lap even came along. Meantime, Simon Bloomfield led the last time by. Now Cole Deaver in car number 3 takes the lead. In the turn number 3 down the backstretch they go here, and Kyle Matthews looking a little racy as he's moved up from position. On board Matthews' car, he, Charles Samper, and Jessica Shelton all with in-car cameras today. As we look up ahead, Elisha Gordon making a 3 wide between he, Mitchell Collins, and Cole Deaver for the lead. Running right there behind the 36 car of Carter Friesen. Charles Samper losing the draft in that 29 car. That's him back in the pack here, and we'll see where Shelton's at the moment. And problems with the Samper car. We're riding with him as it happens. And that's the second car to have a failure in this race. Actually, third, if you want to count Matt McIntyre. The problem with Nathan Hudson's car was a broken camshaft, and that's part in the engine. that measures your RPMs. And apparently, Nathan's draft on Nathan's draft Nathan Hudson was in over revved the cam a bit, and thus it broke. So I mean, all intents and purposes, really, it's an engine failure on the Hudson car. See what the problem with Sanford's car was that time by. And it was another camshaft failure for Sanford. So 2 cars on a race, and both of them was camshaft failures. What's going to happen next is going to be the question. Actually, you're better off not asking that, to be honest. But meantime, Benny Watson's going to take the lead as they come to start-finish line now, and several cars getting strewn all over the place here now. And also, it's Mitchell Collins has got a problem now in the 12 car. And Cole Deaver's out of the draft. Oh, and it is a problem for Mitchell Collins' number 12 Verizon Wireless Dodge, and apparently he's going to bring the car to a stop. And that's a bad place, too, even though he's on the apron of the track and out of harm's way. But what if a crash happens there this time by? That's going to be the question. Meantime, Watson had the lead, but now here comes William Brock to the low side of the track. And Brock's going to take a lead that time by, so that could be slot number 7 of this race. And moving inside comes number 17, Jessica Shelton. Shelton in the Arby's Ford. Moving her way through the field, and you're on board Jessica Shelton's car. And moving to the inside comes number 2, Dylan Young, as whoa! Saw that power move right there by the 4 car of William Brock as he went from the outside to block to the low side, so he crossed over about 3 or 4 lanes of traffic here. So Brock's going to keep the lead this time by. Young is second, then Ashlyn Boyd third, and fourth is Ryan Brommer. And here comes Jesse Turner to the inside, the winner of the last race on the tour at Pocono, running right now in 5th. And here comes Dion Moon to the left side in the 87 car, the Nemco Motorsports machine. And here comes Ashlyn Boyd for the lead as he takes it to the inside of both Dylan Young and William Brock. Off turn number 4 they come. And here comes Jay Jefferson with the help of Mike Becker to the low side of the track, the 88 and 45 cars. Bobby Frazier's up there, the 66 car of Elijah Gordon. Now 4 wide for this pack here between, who is that? Gordon, Turner, Brommer, and Dion Moon. So 2 cars are now a lap down, and 2 cars are not only lap. I'm not sure what ever happened to Mitchell Collins' machine. No word on that just yet. And 2 cars on the race already. And that's Charles Sanford and Nathan Hudson because of camshaft errors. And that's going to drop Sanford by the way back in the points because he was 5th in the points coming into this event. And that's going to drop him back quite a ways. Not good news, especially considering the top 2 in the points are still running, and as of right now, up there. That's Kyle Matthews getting the push. Kyle Matthews getting the push from Jessica Shelton, a pair of red cars now. Matthews sporting the Net Zero scheme for the first time this season. In the turn number 3 they come here. Here comes the pole sitter, Zach Winkle. And you got 2 of Charles's siblings there, Henry and Gene, both both up there as well. And here comes Sanford, Gene Sanford that is, in 21, getting the push from her brother Henry. As they come to the start-finish lines, Gene Sammer leads her first lap of the race, and here comes Henry to the low side trying to pass his sister. Nope, that's not going to happen. In the meantime, there's a look at Mitchell Collins' car, is where he's at right now. But it's two of the Sanfords, first and second right now. Gene in the lead, and Henry second. Chris Dalton third, and Vince Almarego, who shocked them all in the Pepsi 400 this season. He won that event. He wants his second plate win in a row. And looking pretty good at the moment because he's right now running in fourth in the Shell Pontiac number 44. And here comes Trey Wright to the low side, number 34, as he moves low on the track. And here comes Henry Sanford for the lead as Chris got moved up the track by Almarego. And now Henry Sanford goes to the number 1 spot. But that's not going to last long because here comes Almarego and Trey Wright to the low side. He's going to get the push from Rob Evans and Joshua Collard. Average speed in the first 12 laps, 190.67 miles per hour. Fast lap race so far is Zach Winkle at 195.9. Boy, what racing we're having at Talladega here. Of course, we had a few mechanical breakdowns here, but unfortunately nothing serious. Unfortunately, nothing serious so far. And another car's on the low side. That's the car William Brock. So another mechanical failure is happening at Talladega. That's the Ford Geico Chevy. Brock, the winner this season at the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. And Mitchell Collins has gone back on the racetrack right now. And meantime, we got a 3-way battle for the lead there. That's 9 car of Kat Batson. And look who's helping her. Her husband, Keith. And Keith pushes Kat to the lead. But Keith says, enough, you're leading right now, so I'm going to take the lead myself. And he's got Brahmer and Shelton, James Henry, Dion Moon, Carter Friesen all behind him. But Brian says, heck with this, I'm gonna take the lead. And Jessica says, over my dead body you will, and she'll take the lead now to turn number 3. Combined to complete the 15th lap of this race here, we'll have 14 to get. We'll have 14 to go this time by. So we'll be past halfway. So we're halfway home. In the DieHard 500, Jessica Shelton, hard to believe she has not won a plate race yet in this series, and she said of all the title races she'd like to win, she'd like to win the second one. Looking good so far for her. She's leading this race here, but James Henry and Dion Moon are close behind as they come off turn number 2. And now Matt McIntyre is going to be the one they're going to be encountering to try to put a second lap down. 37 car again is not on the lead lap as they go into turn number 3 now. And let's see, McIntyre right now is running 183 miles an hour by himself compared to the pack running 190. So yeah, they're going to engulf him in a couple laps or so from now. Coming to the start-finish line, Dylan Young now has the top spot at the moment. Here comes Jesse Turner to the low side, car 27, who dominated at Pocono and Martinsville in his 2 wins there this season. Bobby Frazier to the low side there. Here comes Elijah Gordon. Chris Dalton is in this mix in 23. Kyle Matthews back up there in another time in 24. And they are 4 wide right now, and I do not like the look of this coming off that 4th turn. Those back of the pack stragglers, so they are hoping for a caution like to get caught back up and race for the win. As long as that caution does not happen within the final 4 laps, though, because that will end the race. Bobby Fraser out in front, and they have just about caught Matt McIntyre in the 37. Coming to the line right now. Here comes Matthews to the inside for the lead. Roof cam from Kyle Matthews' machine as he takes his first lead of the race here. Now he'll move up to the high side to try to get by the 37 of Matt McIntyre off the second turn they come. Rear bumper cam from Kyle's car looking right at the front end of Gene Sanford's machine. Coming by this time by will be 10 laps to go here at Talladega. They got another lap car just up ahead right here. Start finish line, 10 laps to go in the DieHard 500. Matthews first, Gene Sanford second, and now make that Henry Sanford's going to be second here in that 57 car. Again, 37 car is 2 laps down, and now Mitchell Collins up ahead. He is, I think Mitchell is, yeah, he's 5 down right now, so he'll be a 6 lap down when they get past him. And now here comes Henry Sanford to the low side of Matthews as they come through turns 3 and 4. But Sanford may get trapped behind Collins. Nope, it's going to be Matthews getting trapped behind Collins. But here comes Rob Evans to the low side for the lead. Rob Evans, car number 8 to the low side. He'll take the lead. And here comes Levi McIntyre, number 60 to the low side. And he's going to take it now through 1 and 2. So Levi McIntyre goes to first, Keith Batson the second, third right now is Ryan Brommer. So now you got 2 lap cars in this mix now with McIntyre and Mitchell Collins, and that's going to wreak a little bit of havoc here. And whoa, Batson almost took the front clip off of Ryan Brommer's car. That would not have been pretty right there up into turn number 3. Now to the low side comes 66. That's Elijah Gordon to the low side. He's going to get Jessica Shelton to help him. 9 laps to go. Actually, make that 8 laps to go. Excuse me. 8 laps to go at Talladega. Shelton out in front, but here comes Dylan Young. To the low side, nope. Here comes Carter Friesen. He's going to make a 3 wide on the backstretch. Yep. There's the field. Here. There's the field. Take your pick. You paid your money. Now take your choice. 4 wide for the lead. James Henry out in front. And there's still 4 wide back there. Dollarton is in this mix there. Batson, Shelton. Benny Watson's up there. We haven't talked at all about Benny Watson today in that number 99 car, and he's now at the 5th. He's at the 3rd spot. Off turn number 4 they come. They'll be coming down for 6 laps to go. On board, Jessica Shelton's car. And also from Kyle Matthews' machine. Matthews in 21st at the moment. He's going to squeeze in between Bobby Frazier and Vince Almarego. And up the pull up turn number 4! Dylan Young's crashed! Mike Becker's crashed. Here comes the second pack of cars. Carter Friesen's crashed. He's crashing into Young's car. Collins is in it. Batson's in it. Keith Batson, that is. Simon Bloomfield, Eli Bright. Might have been on Cole Deaver, number 3. Hard crash. As well as Elijah Gordon. Diego Yepes is in it. Dion Moon, Vince Almarego. There's Deaver's car. And that crash happening with 6 to go. We may get a 2-lap dash to the checkers, I think. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look as to what happened to cause the yellow flag with 6 laps remaining. Well, the Ford Chase view never fails us, and I'm going to see who it was that caused this. Well, let's see. Yeah, they got the stick. Yeah, there's a sticky situation they got right into right there. Brommer's going to go down on Almarego, turns him, and right there, that's going to collect Batson, Dylan Young, Mitchell Collins, and oh my gosh, what a hit that Dylan Young took! Pancaked the driver's side of the car at 140 miles an hour. Almost comes back and hits the 12 of Mitchell Collins' machine. That, believe it or not, was not the most violent crash of the bunch. Now, we're going to watch this real time. Oh, and Cole Deaver's car flipping over in that 3 machine. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's... But ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens there when you get that many cars that close to each other at Talladega. I mean, that's it is absolutely horrific what can happen on a track like this. And we are going to get a 1-lap dash to the checkers here at Talladega Superspeedway, as we're going to get the green and white flags together. Becker, Friesen, Almarego, Dion Moon, Keith Batson, Elijah Gordon, Dylan Young, Ryan Brommer, Cole Deaver, Diego Yepes, and Quentin Moore all out of that race because of that big that big one that happened in coming off turn number 4. We set the field for you here. Trey Wright looking for his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory. Can he do it? Well, we'll find out. He's got Chris Dalton behind him, second position. Third right now is Sky Commons. He's also looking for that first win. Zach Winkle's another hungry driver up there. Levi McIntyre, James Henry, Joshua Collard, Jesse Turner, Benny Watson, and Bobby Frazier, the top 10. Then it's Matt McIntyre in 11th, Jessica Shelton 12th, 13th. Actually, Jessica Shelton's actually 11th. 12th is Kyle Matthews, 13th, Gene Samper, 14th is Rob Evans, then Kat Batson, Henry Samper, Joshua Osborne, Benjamin Miles, Zachary Fitzwater, and Ashlyn Boyd. The top 20 as the green and white flags both wave the final lap of the DieHard 500. Here we go. Off turn number 2 they come. They're all single file formation as they come down the backstretch. Trey Wright looking for that first win. Here comes Dallerton. Hung up to the back bumper. Dallerton's going to look to the inside. He's going to take the lead. Into the third turn now. Dallerton and Trey Wright side by side for the win. Zach Winkle's not out of this yet. Neither is James Henry. They come off turn number 4. Winkle looks to the low side of the track off the 4th turn. And they're going to be 3 wide to the line. Dallerton, Henry, and Winkle side by side, 3 wide to the line. It is going to be... I don't know. Oh my gosh. And I think they are saying Dallerton won this race. 3 wide to the line, and all 3 of them were almost in a dead heat. That was, and look at the margin, 900ths from 1st to 6th. That is pure madness. I am an absolute... Oh my gosh, we are going to look at this replay right there. I mean, that was absolute craziness. But here they come. They're going to be side by side. They're going to be 3 wide to the line. And all 3 cars getting a draft off each other right there. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's what the finish looked like at Talladega, guys. I mean, oh my gosh. Who would have thought a 1-lap dash of checkers would end up like this at the start-finish line? That is absolute craziness. And it is official. They are and look at the official standings, and it is saying Chris Dallerton is going to be your winner of the DieHard 500. 3 thousandths of a second was the margin of victory from 1st to 2nd, and 9 thousandths from 1st to 3rd at the line. The closest 3 wide finish we have ever had in this series. Oh, brother. Oh my goodness. And they were 3 wide, 2 rows deep, and I think that I'm gonna look at this, and they might have been 4 wide right there at the line. I'm gonna look at the copter view on this one. Oh my gosh, they were 4 wide for 7, 8, 9, and 10 right back there. And then single file for 11, 12, and 13 for... Oh my gosh. I am honest to God lost for words after this one. That was the finish of the season right there. Oh my goodness. So a 3-wide finish for the win at Talladega, and Chris Dollarton is going to be a winner of the wins the 3-wide finish of the DieHard 500 at Talladega. His second victory of the season. Rest of the finishing order for you here: Zach Winkle 2nd, James Henry 3rd, Trey Wright 4th, Jesse Turner 5th, Joshua Collard 6th, Benny Watson 7th, Bobby Frazier 8th, 9th, Sky Cummins 10th, Levi McIntyre. Gene Samper comes up in 11th, Rob Evans 12th, Kyle Matthews 13th, Henry Samper 14th, Jessica Shelton 15th, Joshua Osborne 16th, then Kat Batson, Zachary Fitzwater, Benjamin Miles, and Jay Jefferson was the top 20. Then Johnny Gardner, Ashlyn Boyd, Aiden Shepard, Simon Bloomfield, and Eli Bright was the last of the lead lap finishers in this race in 25th. Matt McIntyre was 2 laps down in 26th, and William Brock 4 laps down in 27th. Actually, last car to finish was Mitchell Collins, but he was 6 laps down in 39th. Cars out of the race, there were a ton. Cars out of this race here. A grand total of 13 cars. Mike Becker, Carter Friesen, Vince Amorego, Dion Moon, Keith Batson, Elijah Gordon, Dylan Young, Ryan Brummer, Cole Deaver, Diego Yepes, Quentin Moore, Charles Sanford, and Nathan Hudson were the cars out of the race. Hudson and Sanford, those two cars out of the race were all because of camshaft failures earlier on in the race. And the other 11, well, because of that big one come off the 4th turn. But in the most spectacular finish of the season, maybe ever in this series, I will imagine as well, Chris Dollarton wins a 3-wide finish at the DieHard 500 at Talladega. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got NRS's gaming videos, whatever president of the NNSCRA South Dakota Stars for his channel. Please be sure to check out the Last of Us Life Series, Pizza X Series, Hershey's Cup Series, Skittles Super Speedway Series, and the Duracell Cup Series. Be sure to check those races out, as well as Michael Norman's Bowers for All Pro Series. And subscribe to Thrash Maniac 99 if you want to become part of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series as well. Some of the best offline series are under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. Boy, I'm going to need a break there before we head to Indianapolis. That was absolutely craziness. So after a tremendous finish we had here today at Talladega, we will go to Indianapolis next for the Brickyard 400. And so stay tuned for that here. For now, this is James Clausen, in production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you at Indy.